Hi students, welcome back to another session of our English class. Yeah, in the last class, we completed a chapter, right? We completed a chapter named The Best Christmas Present in the World. And today we are going to deal with a fresh chapter, a new chapter. And this is a poem. Okay, so before directly entering into that poem, I'll show you a video. I know you enjoyed watching videos, right? So I'll show you a video. You have to watch the video carefully. And after that, we'll go directly into that poem. Okay.
Little baby English, my beautiful womb.
The cricket went to the ant and cried to it. The cricket went to the ant and cried to it. Sing, oh please my neighbor, you're the best neighbor ever. Sing, oh please my neighbor, you're the best neighbor ever. When you give me just 4 seeds, I will be thankful indeed. When you give me just 4 seeds, I will be thankful indeed. The smart ant shook its head, it knew what the cricket did. The smart ant shook its head, it knew what the cricket did. So it said, no you slacker, during summer what did you do? So it said, no you slacker, during summer what did you do? You never saved any seeds for you. You never saved any seeds for you. Pa pa fire pa, yeah, yeah. Pa pa fire pa, yeah, yeah. You never saved any seeds for you. No, no, you slacker, during summer what did you do? You never saved any seeds for you. No, no, you slacker. Pa pa fire pa, yeah, yeah. Pa pa fire pa, yeah, yeah.
I hope you enjoy the video. Right. So now we are going to directly enter into the poem. Today we're going to start with a chapter with a poem. The title of the poem is The Ant and the Cricket. And this poem is actually adapted from the Aesop's Fable. This poem is actually extracted from the Aesop's Fable. I know you heard of Aesop's Fable, right? Aesop was a Greek storyteller, and Aesop's Fable was a collection of his stories, right? So this poem is taken from Aesop's Fables. Okay, so the title of the poem is The Ant and the Cricket. I'll show you the title. Yeah, so here comes your title, The Ant and the Cricket. And I said that this is a fable. I hope you heard of fables. Yes, a fable is a story, right, in which the characters are animals. And another feature of a fable is that a fable will convey a message to the reader. A fable will give a message to the reader, a moral to the readers. So these are the features, these are the peculiarities of a fable. A fable is a story which has animals as characters and which will give a moral to the readers. So this is what a fable is. And now we are going to deal with a poem that is a fable too. The ant and the cricket. Yeah, we can see two different characters, right? The ant and the cricket. These two different insects have two different aspects, two different point of views, two different attitudes. So before explaining or before dealing with the chapter, with the poem, I would like to give you a small idea about the two different attitudes of these two different insects, the ant and the cricket. I hope you know the ant, right? You saw it, right? You saw a number of ants, right? Fine. Okay. So ant is an insect which has that hard working attitude, right? Ant is a hard working insect. On the other hand, the cricket, it is more like a grasshopper, right? And the cricket is not like ant. It is very lazy and not interested to deal with hard working things, right? So these are the two different attitudes of these two different characters. Okay. So I'll show you, I'll read this poem. You have to look into this poem. So this is the poem for you. The Ant and the Cricket. I'll read this poem and we'll explain those difficult words. Then I will explain paragraph wise paragraphs. Okay. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was calm. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? At last, by starvation and famine, made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold. Away he set off to a miserly ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. So now we are going to deal with those difficult words. There are some difficult words in these stanzas, and I'll explain those difficult words. And you can write these difficult words and its examples, sorry, its meaning in your notebook under the title called glossary. Okay. So this is the first word, accustomed to sing. Accustomed to sing simply means used to sing. And you can write it in your notebook. Next word is gay, happiness. So here we can see a word called gay. Here gay means happiness. Okay. Third word, crumb. We heard of breadcrumbs, right? Crumb here means a small piece of food. Famine, you know, famine means scarcity of food. Scarcity of food is there, there will be famine. Trembling, trembling means shivering. You have to write these words in your notebook, okay? I'm reminding you. Miser, miser is someone who has a strong wish to have money and hates to spend it. So that person is called a miserly person, okay? Yeah. Now we are going to explain these paragraphs in detail. So look into this poem. Sorry. Yeah. So the poem starts like, a silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. So before entering into the chapter, into the poem, I said about the two different attitudes of these two different insects. The ant is a hardworking insect and the grasshopper, and the cricket as a lazy insect, right? So this is what is the attitude. So in the first paragraph, we can see that a silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring. So here we can see a silly young cricket. That's that small cricket used to sing in the summer season and spring seasons, right? That cricket used to sing in the summer and in the spring season. But when it comes into the winter season, began to complain when he found at home his cupboard was empty and winter was calm. Okay, so when winter comes, he has nothing to eat. His cupboard was empty. There was not even a single grain to eat. So he started to starve. He started to become hungry. So he started to complain, I don't have anything in my cupboard. I am really starving. Not a crumb to be found, only the snow-covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? And the cricket is trying to complain. I don't have not even a crumb. I don't have a small piece of food. I'm really starving. The snow is covered everywhere. The ground, the leaves, the flowers, everything is covered with snow. Not even a single grain is there. So how can I survive? What will become? What will happen to me if I will starve throughout this winter? Moving forward. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. So then he started to think about a friend. His friend is an ant. And he started to think about the ant. Yeah, we discussed that ant is a hard-working insect, right? So there may be some grains with some food with ant. So he think of that his friend ant, and he started to move to ant's home to collect some grains for feed his hunger. Him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. So this grasshopper, this cricket, actually requesting this ant to give him a shelter and a mouthful of grain. Otherwise, due to starvation and hunger, this grasshopper, this cricket will not survive. So he started his journey towards ant's home. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. If the ant refused the request of this cricket, he will not be able to survive. He cannot survive due to starvation. He may die, right? So that is what is described in these lines. So now we are going to deal with our question section. We have a small question in this section. I'll give you that. I'll read that question first, and then we'll move to that answers. Yeah, here is a question for you. The cricket says, "Oh, what will become of me? When does he say it, and why?" The answer is here for you. The cricket said the given lines when it found that its cupboard was empty and winter had arrived. It could not find a single crumb to eat on the snow-covered grounds, and there were no flowers or leaves on the tree. It wondered what would you become of it, because it was getting cold, and since there was nothing to eat, it would starve and die. So you have to write this question and answer in your notebook. Okay, this is a question which is given after this poem, working with poem section, and we started with the first question. So here is the first question and its answer. You have to write the question and answer in your notebook too. Okay, so I hope you understood what we learned today. In this poem, we saw two different insects having two different attitudes: the ant and the grass and the cricket. Cricket is more like a grasshopper. Okay, and yeah, this cricket is actually starving. He used to sing in the summer and the spring season, but now it comes the winter season, and it is a difficult time for this cricket, and the cricket cannot survive because he hadn't even stored even a single grain. So his cupboard was empty. He started to starve. He started to become hungry. So this cricket actually decided to visit his friend ant to get some grains from this ant. So that is what is described in these lines, and we'll discuss about the later part of this, the remaining part of this poem in the next class. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.